Hey dude, today's video I'm gonna show some tips for ChaosWeaver owners, also some advices for DA and non-DA players, and answer some questions about my weapons when I equip it or show it, and also does it worth to buy the Dragon Amulet? Well, all of that I'm gonna answer in this video. So first, what about my weapons? Well, I do show some of them. Well, I show some weapons in order to obtain some special abilities they have. For example, deal more damage or reducing my enemy's resistances. Right now I'm using an ice element sight, so I'm gonna show ice sight because with this weapon's special ability I reduces my enemy's ice resistance by 30. Right now he has all 10 and immobility minus 10. So first I'm gonna start with I usually rotation set I like for enemies who has 10,000 or less HP and also are able to get a stun. See, with my ice shields, that means right now the effect has applied and it lasts for 5 turns. So at this moment I'm gonna use Vengeance because that reduces all resistance minus 20. My baby dragon tickles reduces by 10. So he starts with 10 and now minus 30, so all minus 20 in total, and ice minus 30 they stack together for ice minus 50 and immobility resistance minus 30, but the ice just work for 2 more turns. So what I'm gonna do is show Lucky Jammer because with that I gain 10 more percent of damage on critical, and Power Soul Gambit to gain another extra turn at this very moment, and just Soul Shred that stun. When you empower Soul Shred, you reduce its bonus to hit by 75. In the past, before ChaosWeaver was nerfed, the empower Soul Shred guarantee a stun regardless the immobility resistance of the enemy. The enemy could have like 300, 500, 1000 immobility resistance, but empower Soul Shred will stun it immediately. So I use this, boost. He still has one more turn with ice weakness. And when the eyesight effect fades away, I equip Barret but I still show Lucky Jammer, because with that I still deal more damage and finish. So that happens when the enemy has a very low immobility resistance. But what happens when you're confronting an enemy who can be stunned? For example, Legion Crawler, immobility 200, you can stun him even with ChaosWeaver. So I'm gonna still equip Verat and show eyesight. Use this. Because I'm gonna use another rotation set I like a lot. And now Vengeance. Shield. So right now he has ice minus 30 and all minus 30 to give a total of ice minus 60. I'm gonna show Lucky Jammer just because the next turn I need Lucky Jammer to be shown. I don't wanna forget about it. And Power Soul Gambit, that reduces my all minus 60 because with the better equip I got all minus 29, and that provides me a lot of damage to receive. And empower Soul Ages to survive for 3 turns. So what I'm looking for is just to have 1 point left and receive a lot of damage just because I want to use Rebuke to finish my foe. I'm gonna wait for another attack. Oh my god, I can't wait anymore. So just... and that's all. If you are able to just reduce your life down to 1, well, immediately use Rebuke, just deal a hell of damage, like 6,000 if you manage to reduce ice minus 30 and all minus 30 to a total of ice minus 60. So that's where the tips I use always for my ChaosWeaver. Also, I do prefer to use INT and luck plus 200 because with that I'm sure I'm gonna get a high critical probability, and INT to increase my damage with critical hits. Also wisdom because I wanna increase my bonus to hit and also not run out of mana. For baby dragon I always use protection plus 200, assistant 200 and mischief 200. That's all about ChaosWeaver. Right now I'm talking about DA owners and non-DA owners. First go to house because you want to show the armors. So base classes all of us has. Dragon base, Atalan, Dragon Lord, Evolved Dragon Lord, or Guardian. Those I show are just for DA owners. There is no problem right there. Now Ranger, Pirate, Ninja, Monkey, Paladin, Necromancer, Necroparagon, the Knight, Dragon Slayer, Technomancer, Soulweaver, Master Soulweaver, Pumpkin Lord, Evolved version, Sarbai, Shadowhunter, Frostmoglin, Togslayer, Chicken Co. Those are for non-DA players, but also when you use those armors you can have all the skills because you also need the dragon amulet, so it's kind of weird even for necroparagon, which is a reward from in at the edge of time, so it counts as a DC armor but still need dragon amulet, and that's so unfair. I mean, you put so much effort in order to obtain that reward, but hey, you still need dragon amulet. That's a shit. Yeah, that's bullshit. I don't think that's a very good action from the designers. Well, Evolve and Ascension Co is just for DA owners, and these are just the DC. So, um, if you want the full experience of the game, you have to buy the Dragon Amulet. But if you just want to play the main story, and that's just the main story, the timeline, it, you can play free. The In at the Edge time is another history. Yeah, it's a completely whole world. You really need Dragon Amulet to achieve all of the challenges, and the rewards also need, in most cases, Dragon Amulet to wear them. So if you are looking for non-DA weapons rewards at the In at the Edge of Time, well, be prepared because you will need a lot of shots, a lot of tries. Bring with you maybe 5 potions. You can obtain them on the Exaltia Tower, just the first floor. Between the options they bring to you at the start. No, it's not necessary to complete the challenge and quit, because with that you will still obtain the potion. Maybe try with guests, try with the armors the game provides you, just the ones who doesn't need the Dragon Amulet in order to equip, because to equip, for example, a Talon, need the armor, need Dragon Amulet to unlock the armor. But the others like Technomancer, Necromancer, Paladin, well, you still can play with them, but not the full skilled armor. So that's what I'm saying. You still can achieve some challenges, and I'm loading that with my other account, but I'm still in the same YouTube channel. But I do recommend to buy the Dragon Amulet if you think that the game is for you. I mean, if you do like the game, if you think you will play this forever or for a lot of time, well, I have to say It's just $20. It's a very good option. Unlock all the game stuffs. And for some advices, when I just start by the Dragon Amulet, I usually equip the Talon and the Necroparagon. That's what I always use when I didn't have the DC armors. But when I obtain them, I do prefer the ChaosWeaver. Even nerf, this is still pretty good, but the rotation set for some challenges have changed, and even isn't very reliable for those bosses. And and sometimes the best option is Cthulhu Adept. So just between those two armors, Cthulhu Adept and ChaosWeaver, try to obtain them, and that's all. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will learn a little bit some more about the game, about the stats, the stuff like that. Y para los hispanohablantes, que algunos podrán ser de Latinoamérica, en su gran mayoría, pues sigan mi canal, comenten en español, yo les responderé lo más rápido que pueda, en español de igual manera. Antes para nosotros era un poco más complicado conseguir estas cosas, ya que no había una manera de pago tan accesible como lo es ahora, la tarjeta de crédito, el internet. Recuerdo que cuando empecé hace 11 años, 12 años, para mí era imposible visualizar que algún día tenga el amuleto porque no había manera en que lo pueda pagar. Es decir, $20 son como 60 soles, es algo accesible, pero no podía ni siquiera mandar el dinero, entonces no había manera de conseguirlo. Y recién lo hice el marzo del 2019, ya con mi primer sueldo, mi primera paga. Fue lo primero que pensé. ¿En qué me gastó el dinero? Bueno, hay un juego que lo tengo desde que soy niño, me recuerda mucho a mi infancia, voy a invertir en eso. Son solo 60 soles, no es mucho, y ya tengo la facilidad de método de pago virtual. Entonces, solo quería decir eso. Es realmente barato, consigues totalmente todo lo que hay disponible sin la necesidad de estar desperdiciando mucho de tu tiempo, porque realmente para poder hacer algunos desafíos sin el amuleto requiere demasiadas pruebas, demasiado tiempo, y hay veces en que te gana el día y ni siquiera has podido conseguir una pista, siquiera de si estás cerca, si estás yendo por un buen camino, por uno malo, y llegas a frustrarte. Me pasó muchísimo, y en verdad ser un jugador free y ser un jugador que ha pagado es una experiencia totalmente diferente. Realmente el pagar hace que la experiencia sea un poco más valiosa porque ya gastaste dinero, entonces vas a seguir, y cuando tú sigues sientes el esfuerzo, sientes, vaya, lo he logrado, entonces quieres seguir. Llega un punto en el que dices, venga, creo que me falta todavía un poco más, y buscas, aprendes un poco más, algún desafío que pensaste, solamente lo he logrado con compañeros, ¿qué pasa si lo intento solo? Y te das cuenta de que lográndolo solo con tu mascota y una que otra comida, entonces es mucho más fácil, te requiere menos tiempo, y llega un punto en el que tú mismo ya empiezas a inventarte tus propias estrategias. No necesitas tanto de estar visualizando canales en YouTube, sino que en un punto te das cuenta de que has incluso dominado por total una clase o una armadura. Y, y eso es algo muy bueno para, para el juego. Igual estaré subiendo contenido a mi canal. Algunas veces subiré videos así en español, otras veces solamente en inglés, y también híbridos, que mientras hablo en español también corto para hablar en inglés, porque quiero darle a las dos comunidades, tanto hispanohablantes como los angloparlantes, la experiencia de entender a la par lo que estoy tratando. Claro que normalmente será en inglés, debido a que la mayoría de los jugadores domina ese idioma debido a la naturaleza del juego, que justamente trabaja en ese idioma. Pero aún así, me alegra ser uno de los pocos hispanohablantes que tiene un canal sobre este juego en YouTube. Sin embargo, no dejaré de subir contenido en los demás, el idioma inglés, el idioma español, y los comentarios pueden ser de cualquier idioma, incluso chino, croata, yo lo voy a traducir, algo muy masticado, definitivamente, pero me estaré comunicando con todos aquí por esta plataforma y en serio me agrada muchísimo subir este contenido.